lesson. So last lesson, forgot to unfreeze. Okay, last lesson we did some log laws. So we did log of a x plus log of a y equal to log of a x times y. We also learned that when we subtract, we become, what would that be? Become division. And if we have log a x of a power, that power goes down. Okay, so today we're going to we'll also learn how to solve a log equation. For example, if I got log base 2x equal to, say, 3, you just write it in index form, x equal to 2 to the power of 3, which is 8. So today what we're going to do is we're going to solve an exponential equation where 2 to the power x equal to a number like this. I have to find out what x is. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to go back to the booklet, which is here. Okay, let's do the first question. First question is very easy. So from year 11, you will learn that you just have to convert 8 to 2 cubed, isn't it? Right? And we also learned the calculator trick yesterday. Let's look at that again. So the calculator trick is if I put 8 there and press equal and press shift that, it gives you 2 cubed. Okay? All right. So now you know x must be equal to 3. Okay, so we got that. Now that's an easy question. Now, what if it's 10? 10 doesn't work because if I go 3 square, you get 9, but 3 cubed is 27, isn't it? So we can't find x using this method. So we have to use an alternative way of doing that. So to do this, what we do is we have to use log. So what we do is we're going to log both sides. So you write log of this equal to log of that. Okay, log both sides of the equation. And why do we log? It's really due to the fact that once we log something, the x goes down. Right, using the log law we learned from yesterday, the x goes down. So the x goes down become x log, you have to write it down, 3 equal to log 10, like that. And then we can make x the subject. How do we make x the subject? We divide by log 3, log 10 over log 3. So that's why we learn log, so we can solve these exponential equations. Now how do we solve this? Now you just have to press the button on your calculator. So press log 10, close bracket, divide by log 3, like that. Okay? So correct to 2 decimal places. So you write equal to 2.09, so that would be 10, 0. Correct to 2 decimal place. All right, good. Any questions? So we now have how to solve this. Okay. All right, so we solve this one. What if I use the same method to solve the first one? Would it give me the same answer? Yes, you will. Let's try to solve the first one differently. So you can log both sides, like 2 to the power x equal to a. Say you don't know that a is 2 to the power 3. You can log both sides like this. So that's method 2. This method 2. Forgot to log the other side. So then you do log of 8. And why do we log? Because the x goes down, right? X log 2 equal to log 8. Okay? And then how do you find x? X is log 8 over log 2. And hopefully your calculator will give you the answer 3. Let's check this out. So you write log 8 divided by log 2. Close bracket gives you 3 as expected. Okay. Any question? Right, how about you try the next one? Next one is a little bit harder, but it's the same process. You log both sides. Whenever you try to find a power, log both sides. So try that. Okay, have a try. I'll come around to have a look. Record. Okay, let's try this. So you do log of 3, 5x minus 2 equal to log of 7. The whole thing goes down, but be careful, due to the fact it has two terms, put a bracket around it. Put a bracket because there are two terms. So you get log 3 equal to log 7, like that. And then you can divide by log 3 first, equal to log 7 over log 3. And then you solve for x, so you can just write x equal log 7 over log 3 plus 2 divided by 5. Okay? And then you just use your calculator, which you can press log 7 divided by log 3, close bracket, equal plus 2, equal divided by 5, equal. Okay, so 0.75. 0.75. Any question? Ian, any question? No, good. All right. Okay, we've got a few more to go through. Part D. All right, part D is a bit different. Base is now E. We can do it in two different ways. I'm going to show you how to do that. What if the base is E? There's two ways. Let's look at the way. The first way is, actually you can just go log both sides, right? And like you normally do, log both sides. And then the x goes down, and then you do log 10 over log E. I skip a step, but you see how it works. So you just do log 10 divided by log E. Now to get E, do alpha pi, right? Alpha pi like this, close bracket, equal 2.3. Yeah, alpha pi. That there's an E. 2.30. 2.30. Right? Like that. That's method 1. I could do it in another way. Method 2. Method 2. How does method 2 work? If the base is E, it will be easier, instead of using log, but to use ln instead. There's a good reason why we use ln. Okay? Because when you bring the x down, what's ln E? 1. So that's just 1. So you get to do find x straight away, because this is 1. So when it is E, it's better to use ln. Right? So if you do ln 10 on your calculator, you should get the same answer. So you don't have to press extra button to get the answer. Just press ln 10, 2.30, exactly the same. Like that. All right. Any question? Say again? You don't get it? So I use ln instead. So ln is just base E. So instead of doing log base 10, you do log base E. Like that. Log base E10. And that x goes down. And remember what base? Yeah, that's 1. Yeah. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see that because it doesn't have a base. So you can't see why this is 1. Yeah. And this makes it more convenient because you just have to press that. You don't have to divide anything. Yep. All right. Good question. All right. In fact, there's a third way which I could show you, which is really same as method 2. There's a third way as well. The third way is to use the definition of log. So let's use the third way, method 2, method 3. The third way is e to the power x is 10. X equal to log base E10, right? Running index form to log form, index to log form. Yeah? Oh, I forgot to connect. I forgot to connect in the morning. All right, I'll connect now. All right. It doesn't take that long. Okay. Yep, okay, good. All right, let's continue. All right, is that okay now? All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, next question is, if there's a number in front, you need to divide it first before you take log. You can't just do log straight away. Okay, you have to make that the subject. Then you can either use method 1 or 2 or 3. I recommend you maybe just use method 3 because it's quick. Just write log base E. You don't have to log both sides. That's quickest. And there's a button available to do that. Just press ln 11 over 11 divided by 3. 1.30. Like that? Yep. Alright, any question? Alright. Alright, let's go like this. Yep, okay. Got everything. Log. Alright, good. Cool. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, how about the next one? Next one look a bit different. There's a pronumeral. What do we do if there's a pronumeral? Yeah, let's get rid of it. Divide both sides by 5m. Divide both sides, yeah, by 5. Actually, divide both sides by m, not by 5m. Divide by m first. So that cancels. 5 equal to this. And once you get in this form, you can write it in that log form, right? So write it in log form, 0.2x, make the index the subject, is log base e 5. Log base e 5. And then you can find x by dividing both sides by 0.2, ln 5 over 0.2. Using your calculator, you get your answer. So you do ln 5 close bracket divided by 0.2. Okay, 8.05. 8.05. Right, so that's different types of exponential equation you can get, but we still got one more page to go through. There's some slightly harder one at the end, and we're also going to look at a new formula. Okay, all right, let's go to the next page. Yep, good. All right, let's move on. All right, what if it looks like this? This one, you can't just log both sides. There are 3 terms on the left side. So that has to be done slightly differently. This type is actually reducible to quadratic. Reducible to quadratic. Hopefully remember how it works. So you can write that as e to x as e to the power of x squared, right? So this thing is this, minus 2 e to the power x minus 8 equal to 0. So write this down first. And once you write this down, you can see that if I let u equal to e to the power x, I get a quadratic equation, which you have to solve. Okay? So how do you solve it? So you're going to factorize, is the fastest way. So you get u minus 4u plus 2. And then you find out what u is. U equal to 4 or u equal to negative 2. But that's not finished yet because we have to find x. How do we find x? We substitute e to the power x back into the equation, into u. So e to the power x is 4, e to the power x is negative 2, which becomes the familiar exponential equation that we solved earlier. And to solve this, we can just use the quickest way, write it in log form, x equal to log base e4, which you can get on a calculator. And the other one, you have to write x equal to log base e negative 2. Now, could log of a positive negative number? No, so that's actually no solution. No solution. In fact, you can conclude it's no solution whenever you see an exponential equal to negative. That's always no solution. Okay? You can just write no solution straight away. This way you can just write ln4, or you can do it on a calculator. ln4 is just ln4, you get that, 1.39. 1.39, or if you want in exact form, this is an exact form. Okay? Alright, good. Any question? We've got 2 more to go through. Alright, done. Okay, good. Now, the next question, what if I want to calculate a log with a base other than 10 or e, right? We only got two buttons, log base 10 and log base e, which is the ln button and then the log button. We need a button for log base 5 or any other base. So what we do is, if we want to solve this, what we could do is, let's let this be x. Let this be x. And then what you do is, you're going to write it in index form. And that becomes the familiar equation we know how to solve. And to solve this, we just have to log both sides. Log 5 to the power x equal to log 18. Okay? So we don't really need all the log button, right? What we have to do is, you just need one log button and then write it in this form. And then bring that x down. And then we can work out what x is. So x equals to log 18 over log 5. Okay? And then use your calculator. Log 18 divided by log 5, close bracket, 1.80. 1.80. Like that. So basically what you try to say is that if I write log base 518, it's approximately equal to 1.8. Okay? Now use the same approach for the next question. Try with the next one. Alright, have a try. Go through this. So we go smaller. Okay, so what you do is you let this be x, and then you write it in the index form, and then you log both sides. Okay, like that, log both sides, and then that x goes down, and then you divide by log 7, and you get your answer. So we do that on a calculator. Log 100 divided by log 7. Close bracket. Okay, 2.37. Okay, you'll notice that it's always the same thing, isn't it? So maybe there's a formula we can create instead of doing this letting x all the time. You'll notice in both answers, it's always log of the big number over log of the base, isn't it? So maybe instead of doing all of this calculation, next time you see the question, you can just go like this. So if I got this number here, you can just write straight away, write down log 18 over log 5, and that's allowed. So we can change this base 5 into base 10. Base 10. And same for this one, log of 7 base 100, 100 is equal to log base 10, 100 over log base 10, 7. So we can just do that straight away. And this is true for any base. I could actually change it not just to base 10, I could change it to base any base. So this is the change of base law. Log base AX equal to log X over log A. And this is actually on your formula sheet. If you look at your formula sheet, this is what we have there. So remember, this is in here, next to the quadratic formula, the change of base law. Okay? Let's try to use this change of base law to do some question. So going back to this. All right, so say you want to calculate log base for 15. So you can do it in two ways. You can change it to base 10 over log base 10, 4, like this. And then you can use your calculator. You just go log 15 divided by log 4, like that. 1.95. 1.95. You can change to base 10, or you can change it to base E. Let's see if it gives us the same answer. So if I do log base 415, I could write that as log base E over log base E4. Okay? So you can just press the button, ln 15. Close bracket, divide by ln 4. Right? You get the same answer. So you can use log or ln. So you get 1.95 as well. So it doesn't matter which base you use. So now I could actually solve this in two different ways. Let's solve it in the first way. You log both sides, like we do before. Oh, I forgot to log the other side. Log 10. And then you just go x equal to log 10 over log 4, like this, and get your answer. Or the other way, method 2. Let's look at method 2. Method 2, you can go like this. 4 to the power x is 10. You can write it index form, log form, right? And once you write in this form, you know how to change the base. This just equal to log 10 over log 4. So you can do it this way, without logging both sides. See, this way you have to log both sides. This one you don't have to log both sides. Writing in log form, this is log form, and then change a base. Change a base. Yeah. All right. So log form. Log form. Okay, good. So we are all done. Any questions? So we learned the change of base law today, as well as knowing how to solve exponential equations and some harder exponential equations. So now you can do exercise 4.6 and do some revision. And next we will do revision for the whole week. So I won't be teaching you any new things. And that's it. Good.